How's it going, YouTube? It's your boy Ron. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Pikmin 2. In the last episode, we had cleared the white flower garden, gathered all the treasures that we could from that cave, and we also discovered white Pikmin. In today's episode, we will be going ahead back to the Awakening Wood for what should be one last time before we make our way over to the next new area. I do plan on trying to grab the last treasure that we need, at least with the Pikmin resources that we have, to go ahead and explore the next area, which should be within the next episode. Today's focus is really just going to be on pretty much everything that's going to be above ground. We can explore really the only other two caves left, and shit, that's something to say. Okay. Good morning. The white Pikmin are lodged with the purple ones in my hole. These two types are sleeping well and do not quarrel. I have made them most comfortable. You can call out the white Pikmin by standing in the light beneath me and pressing A. On a separate note, be wary of overworking yourselves. Taking a break can be courageous too. Oh, shit. To retire early for the day, press start pause to access the radar screen, then press R. Build up. Very few times we'll have to do that. We might do it today. We'll see how it plans out. Gonna gather them. Definitely gonna be needing the white ones for certain things. We'll grab the remainder of the purples. I'll say we're really gonna just... I'll bring all 25. And then the rest will just be reds. I'll say we'll have... Okay, I can't count. 6 more. Okay, so we'll just have... not that it'll matter, but I'll just save a little bit. I just don't want to have too many Pikmin out on the field for no reason. Okay, similar to the first Pikmin, of course, after you defeat a lot of enemies in the overworld after a day, it does typically take around two days for them to spawn back. So every enemy that we cleared out the last time we were here, they won't be reappearing for a while. One thing I do want to go ahead and take care of, since this is going to be the main objective, anything else afterwards will just be pretty much optional or just to preserve on time. The poison stumps are gone. Alright, so we see another creeping Chrysanthemum. We already know how to deal with these guys. Go ahead and just throw one Pikmin for bait. Pops out. Oh, you stupid. I think it's huge. And it's dead. And if we go up to this, you see the other half of the globe that we saw back at the Emergence Cave. Fascinating. This object is highly similar to the one you found in the Valley of Repose. I don't know why. By examining this further, I may be able to extrapolate new planetary data. See, I can't speak. That was pretty sad. Okay, it's pretty much like the first one. This thing is gonna weigh a ton, but we definitely have enough purple Pikmin to satisfy that. We're gonna go ahead and just knock down this bridge over here to make ourselves a path, because this path will be important for us. But just to take a quick glimpse, as you can see, there is some water and poison elements to take care of. We're gonna have to leave this aside for now, since we can't really do much about it right now. Just gonna go ahead and let the Pikmin break down this bridge. And then one thing I do want to focus, if I just pull out the map really quick, is I do want to take more focus near where the white flower garden cave is. Just to knock down some of those pieces over there, and then we might have to wrap it up there. Just because this day won't exactly be the longest, there isn't too much more we can honestly do here. Okay. There isn't too much we can really do here. We're just gonna go ahead and collect this very few above ground treasures we can actually collect right now. One thing I haven't mentioned yet is, of course, since white and purple Pikmin can't be sprouted, I can just use the rest of the Pikmin. Alright. Since white and purple Pikmin can be sprouted above surface, if you happen to put them in groups of Pikmin that happen to grab something like any kind of enemy remains, pellets, whatever, they will try to share it towards whatever onion is available. So since we only have reds, it's pretty obvious that they will go towards, you know, the red onion. But say if we had another Pikmin type, if a majority of them are red, and you put white and purple Pikmin there, they will follow the red Pikmin. If it was the other Pikmin type, they would follow them, and pretty much that is where that will go on. So that's kind of, and if you put only white and purples, it'll basically just randomize it to whatever Pikmin type is the closest. There's some small pieces of information I tend to overlook. Just gonna grow these few reds. We do have a healthy supply of reds. Just gonna put them away since I really don't need them. Just want to grow more. just put 15 of them away. My plan is to not really lose that many Pikmin. I'm trying my best to make sure that I make this a no-death run. It's extremely possible, but there are going to be many caves and many situations throughout the game where we'll see what that's going to be pretty difficult to achieve, I will be honest. But we'll further deep dive into those when we see them. But we did get one major important treasure, the geographic projection, different from the Atlas one. Alright, or 200 Pokus, and the ship will explain. This hemisphere also contains a hidden microchip. I will attempt to decrypt the stored data. Decoding complete. As I surmise, this chip contains additional topographic data. The data has been inputted into my database. How should I name it? The survey chart. Alright, so that's one significant piece of land treasure obtained. I can go over here. That shouldn't be a creeping chrysanthemum. I really thought for a second it was. You can kind of tell that the radar is going off pretty rapidly, and we don't see anything physically above ground, so that should be a good note. Oh, let me get that. Iridescent foot beetle. Iridescent foot beetle. Why are you going so far? Alright, there we go. Okay. It'll probably go away now. Oh, I have a chance. I have a chance. Stop going places. There we go. Alright, now it went away. Okay, so that's quite a ride. So there's another creepy chrysanthemum up there, but we can't get there yet, so I'm not gonna worry about it. So what we see right here is, since we have a lot of time to kill. Oh, we'll explain it. Never mind. The red liquid you see contains refined ultra spicy essence. One drop contains 1 dose. Press down on the D-pad to spray this extract on your entire group. Yeah, we already know that. But one thing you may have not known, and I didn't learn right away, this took quite a while, I actually didn't even know about this, is there is it's kind of a broken mechanic, if you want to say. Well, it's basically a glitch, since this wasn't intended to be this way. So of course, as the ship explained, one captain should go ahead and drink it, and that would be an ultra spicy spray. One thing you can actually do, which is something clever that many people have done for the longest time, and I actually recently learned not too long ago, is, well, a little bit after I started playing the game pretty properly, is that if you push your captain onto it, pretty carefully, it will go ahead and drink it, and you go up 2, and there you go, 2 doses for the price of 1. That is one thing, if you ever see any of those spicy sprays, do that. You know, it's always great to have a 2-for-1. 2-for-1s are always great. We all know that. We all love the 2-for-1 specials. That is actually something I didn't learn right away. I didn't know you can actually push your captains into that. So if you ever happen to see sprays, go ahead and go for it, because while they're not going to be fundamentally great for the game, by that I mean, you know, it's not always going to be required to have the most as you can, it's still great to have as much spicy sprays as you can, because some battles, and there might be some situations where that extra speed or that extra power is going to be crucial between making a hard reset or losing so many Pikmin. But let me go ahead and grab this above treasure with the white Pikmin now. This may take a while, but let me just throw some more now that it's a bit more revealing. Should be able to get it out a bit easier. Alright, there we go. Alright. And stupid sheer grub is just being annoying right now. Don't think I left a Pikmin. And I'll just grab these reds. Might as well just grab some more red Pikmin. Go ahead and grab the above ground treasure. Alright, a 55 Poco item, and that is going to be the Pilgrim Bowl. And I guess it's a fitting name. I mean, I really don't know. Alright, you know what? Oh, the timing. Wait, where's the other one? Where'd you go? Oh, you're still over there. Why? I told you to come here. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead, since these are the only whites and purples I have. Oh, I don't know these guys' names. I'll probably figure it out in a second. No, I don't know these guys' names, but you'll see in a second what they are. These are creatures that are designed to eat the berries. They don't harm your Pikmin or really destroy your Pikmin in any way. And you can take them back to your base. They're really just designed to eat the berries because they just love them so much. I completely forgot all about them. They don't really hinder your progress in any way, but if you happen to want to collect a lot of the berries, just try to get rid of them. They really only serve the purpose of just trying to eat them. they really don't do anything else other than that. They're just basically just exist there. But I know some of the white Pikmin are probably gathering some of these berries, so I'm gonna go ahead. I already did waste essentially half the day, so I kind of want to speed this up just a little bit. I'm gonna go ahead and collect these while they go ahead and take the few remains that are left. And then I'll just get rid of 8. 8. I don't think I did that right, did I? Oh no, I did. Okay. Alright. I still want to have the 15 white. That's going to be necessary. Everything else is just optional. I'm going to make my way over to the right side since, like I said, that's pretty much the only thing we can actually explore. We did everything we could past the gate that led up to the creeping Chrysanthemum. This is going to be really the only other part that we can actually properly explore, but by properly explore, there's still not much we can do. But I'm still gonna go ahead. What am I doing? Alright. Just to speed this up a little bit. Alright. And while I let Olimar just chill over here, we can go ahead and just take a quick glimpse into a little bit further into the Awakening Wood. We do see I learned this guy's name already. What is it? The burrowing snag. I can't remember this guy's name. I'm so bad at this game. It'll probably be up there, but look. Another familiar face. Look there, wild blue Pikmin are chasing prey near the water's edge. Perhaps by observing these wild specimens, we can understand more about their true nature. I apologize. I was momentarily entranced by them. Now back to work. Well, as much as I would love to go ahead and save them, one thing is blocking it, and that is the Electrified Gate. We're going to be needing another Pikmin to go ahead and save them, so we're just going to have to leave that for now. And also, I'm also gonna have to remember the name of that creature because I'm just being very dumb. But that's not beside the point. As you can see, there is some limitations to once we go beyond this gate that we can't really access too much of right now. There is some things we can do. I believe the only thing we really can do is just collect a treasure part, but that's about it. Anything else is pretty much blocked off until we start to get more Pikmin types. Which is pretty obviously there is still 2 more, being the yellow and blues that we saw before. We're just gonna have to get this gate down. But other than that, I'm just gonna try to collect the last treasure, and really not much else after that. Maybe I just kind of want to speed this process up a little bit. This game is taking quite a while. The only thing I can talk about right now is that one thing I haven't really showed is pretty much the camera options. So one thing I don't believe that they did in the original is if you hold down on the R button, you can actually get like a pretty good first-person view of the overworld. So you can see certain angles a bit better, but other than that, I really feel like this is just more a cosmetic thing, because other than that, this really doesn't serve any purpose other than kind of showing off this more cinematic angle, something more like in a dramatic essence. Other than that, I don't really see any other big purpose. But it's there. I kind of like seeing it like this sometimes just because of certain views and certain angles you can see it in. But that's just one thing about the camera. There's also, you can span it with Z so you can see a lot more of the overworld, but pretty much a lot of this is passed over from the original. This is just to help you get a better field of view and also kind of know what's to be expected as you progress further and move along. Alright, perfect. We'll go ahead and knock down that poison. Alright, perfect. Now we're going to be introduced to this mini puzzle. So one thing you can do here is go ahead and just toss your Pikmin up. Let me not get the purples involved because, oh shoot, yeah, that was gonna happen. Right. Oh wait, I forgot, I can do this. I'm being very bad. I sometimes forget about this. Let's just throw enough Pikmin here to balance out the weight. Okay, maybe not balance it out, but at least... Alright, there we go. That's it. Alright, I'm gonna leave them there for now. I'll go ahead and grab them in a second. One thing, I just want to grab this treasure. And we see this plant right here. So this one we haven't seen. It is almost identical to the first thing that we saw up there, but this is a little bit different. Alright, Louie, say that. One thing I want to do is just fix this part again. Alright. They're just stuck there. Alright. I'm gonna let Olimar chill up there, and then I'm gonna take the rest of the Pikmin back around. But then we get this berry. Similar to the red ultra spicy one, nothing. It's just that. Astonishing. This purple berry contains an ultra bitter essence. It does not appear to have any monetary value, but I shall research potential uses for it. Bring me another specimen. So pretty much like the original one, I mean the ultra spicy one, we're going to be needing to bring more than just that. The date is about to be done though, but we are going to be getting another treasure soon. Pretty much the only other above ground treasure we can get with the limitations that we have right now. And we get a dice block worth 100 Pokos, fittedly named the Chance Totem. Because of course we all know dice rolls are all chance based. But collecting that treasure does give us 30% of our death recovered. Alright, so while I'm gonna wait to go ahead and get those respawn back. Hopefully it can be done in time. I'm gonna just take the remainder few Pikmin I have and take them back over closer to the base. Let's see. Is it responding quickly? No, not yet. We might not be able to have enough time for it to respond back. I don't know. The ending sound is about to be approaching very soon. Yeah. Oh, there it is. Come on. I know I should have enough time. Come on. Come on. I know that sounded a bit more anxious than it needed to be. Let me just go ahead and gather the rest of my Pikmin. They are near the base, so I'm not worried about them just being left behind, but I still want to grab all of them near me. Alright, let me pull up the overworld map in a second just to make sure no one's being left behind, because I don't want to leave behind Pikmin. Alright, okay, so it still says that should be those, okay. No one's up there, right? I really want to make sure. You gotta have to like really zoom in and kind of see, but nah, it should be fine. Alright. Alright, should just be these 5 perfect as the timer runs up. All we have to do is just let the last purple Pikmin bring in the last specimen, and what we will see is... It is now the purple gel form of the one that we saw. Captain Olimar, I have completed my research on the purple berries you discovered. Behold, the Ultra Bitter Spray. It's untested, but I believe it'll be highly effective. Approach enemies and press up to spray them. And when necessary, I can produce 1 bottle of spray from 10 berries. Press start, pause to contact me and confirm your berry count, and look at L on the radar screen. Alright, so of course, pretty much similar to the ultra spicy berries, we have another variant, the ultra bitter spray. Of course, this one isn't going to be used on your own self, this is going to be used against enemies. So for those who know what this is an incredibly useful spray. But for those who don't, we will reveal its uses a little bit later. This is actually a very great item, but I don't want to make it too broken the more I use it, so I'm going to limit its uses for now. You'll see it a little bit later when we see it. Alright, but that is going to be the end of the day. We pretty much did everything that we needed to do. We collected pretty much every above ground treasure that we had access to. With the Pikmin that we have, of course. Pretty much opened up some more pathways. At least that should lead us up until the next time we come back here. Yeah, there's nothing there. But as we wrap it up, let's just follow the end of the day report. So today's report shows us that we've collected 3 treasures. Not the most maximum game we found, but still good. Increased our Pikmin horde to 78, everyone else has stayed the same, and of course the consistency, none lost. Keep it at that. And the final thing we'll see is mail call today. So, the president again. Olimar, good work so far. I hereby promote you to perennial manager. Press X to divide up work and Y to delegate more to your subordinate leader. Hope all goes smoothly. Yeah, if it goes anything like my language, it's gonna be a bad adventure. Okay, but enough of that. Because with that fanfare, after we found the other half of the globe, we reached a new area, and that is the Perplexing Pool. This is the 3rd area in Pikmin 2. There's still one more, but it'll be quite a while before we can even access that location. This is going to be one of the last major locations we'll see before we reach that point. So guys, thank you so much for watching today's video. Do hope you enjoyed. Just to recap here, we did finish up a majority of what we needed to do back at the Awakening Woods. There's still two caves to explore and a couple more above ground treasures to collect. However, we still need more Pikmin types to even get anywhere attempting to get those. But I will say in the next episode, guys, we will be actually heading to the new location, the Perplexing Pool, because over there we should be able to find our new Pikmin type, gather more treasure, and of course, let's explore a new cave. We should be doing all that in the next episode, so stay tuned for that. So guys, this has been your boy Ron, and until next time, I will see you guys back here when we start to enter the Perplexing Pool for the first time, explore another new area, find new Pikmin, get more treasure, and see what beholds us there. I will see you guys then. Take care.